Hi everyone, today we will talking about how to fracture it any object in Blender and how to animate this fracture with rigid body and how to give it two colors outside and inside as you see here. So how to do that in Blender? It's very easy. We will using self fracture. It's a free add-on in Blender. So to get this add-on, in edit, in preferences, go to get extensions, and here in search bar type self fracture. As you can see, for me it's installed. If I go in add-ons, it's here, it's enabling. But for you, if you're using a default setting, you must to get it from get extensions. After that, there is two ways to access to this add-on. The first one is go in object. In quick effect, you see it here, or a shortcut is F3 and type self fracture and you get it. Now, as you can see, if I check the stat of this cube, as you can see, it's had just 8 vertex, 12 edges, 6 faces, but it's not good for this add-on. So let's try this with a default cube. So I hit F3. Self fracture. Now without touching anything here, if I hit OK, as you can see, it's fractured with asymmetric faces. But in a real world, when the object is broken, it will not give you the symmetric faces. So first I enable the screencast key. Now you can see all I type with my mouse and the keyboard. So Ctrl Z to go back. Now to resolve this problem, so I hit tab, right click, subdivide. As you can see now here, the number of vertex is growing from 8 to 26. But if you open this window and you increase the number of cuts, now we have more vertex, more edges, more faces. So I hit tab to go back. Now F3 self fracture. Now I use a default setting. Okay. Now it seems more realistic. As you can see, we have a different faces. Let's move all this in a new collection. Hit M, new collection, and name it, for example, cube cells number 1. Now we can move it here. And now let's move this. Hit I to select all, GX, and I move it here. Not the camera, GX, leave it here. Now let's enable the default cube. Now F3 self fracture. Now I want to increase the number here. For example, I make it in 200. So here, remember this number. Now as I increase this and the noise I make it in 1, you will see more. Let him finish. Now as you can see, we have more vertex, more faces. But keep in mind that if you increase this number, you have more faces. But if you go far here, maybe 400, 500, if you have a slow computer, maybe Blender will crash. So keep it lower if you have a slow computer. Okay, now let's talking about colors. So for example, for this, I give it this material. I make it, for example, blue. Now if I go here in preview, I decrease the roughness, make it metallic. Now if I select one of the spaces, G, as you can see, it's have one color. If you want to add two colors outside and inside, you must give this object before self fracture it 2 colors. So I select all and I move it to a new collection. Cube, for example, 200, not 2000, 200. Okay, let's move this. Way, I move it here. I add, for example, another object, maybe a torus. I increase the minor segment, and I decrease this just to give it a look like a donut. S to scale it up like this, right click, shade smooth. Now select this, Ctrl A, and apply the scale. Let's give it the same colors. So for outside I make it blue, and I add another color. This one I make it white. Let's decrease the roughness a little. Okay, now F3, cell fracture. If you don't change this material here to 1, this effect will give you just one colors. So even if we have 2 colors here, if I make the cell fracture, let him finish. I disable the torus. Now if I select one of these spaces, G, I move it here. As you can see, we have one color, a blue one. And we don't want this. Ctrl Z, and I go back. Now this one selected, F3, and now I change this to 1, and now let's go. Wait a moment, it's finished. Now as you can see, we have this white color between all the pieces. Now if I move any one of this, G, I move it like this. As you can see, the inside is white and the outside is blue, so it's good. So this is the way if you want to have 2 colors. Give your object 2 colors before to add this effect. Now we want to animate this, so it's easy. We will using a rigid body. So G, Z, I move it up like this, and they go here. In rigid body, set this as active. Okay, now if I go in timeline here, if I play, as you can see, all the pieces are falling down, but we don't want it to falling down like this. So to fix that, we must to add another object here to interact it with this. So for example, I add a plane, S to scale it up, I decrease the roughness. Let's change this to gray like this. Now this plane selected, go to object. In rigid body, we set this plane as passive. We don't want to give it any activity. What we want with this plane, just to stop all the pieces following here in this plane. Now if I play, so that's it. As you can see, it's easy. You can animate your this with any object you want, and it will give you a nice effect. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you like it. For the animation and how to render your animation, you can check the last video. So this is the easy way to make your cell fracture with any object using cell fracture add-on, and how to animate it with rigid body. I hope that it's clear for you. See you in the next one.